Hello, football fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight, it's the Hutto Hippos taking on the Waco Lions. I'm Lark Smith, along with Hal Harris. And Hal, the Waco Lions, under first-year head coach Lyndon Helt, looking for their first win of the season after losing at West Mesquite last week.
That's true indeed, and they've got a lot of firepower on their offense tonight that they're going to bring. Thomas Chandler he was 15 of 28 last week, and he was their leading rusher. Bravion Martinez was their leading receiver, and Chandler did throw to 6 different receivers last week. And at the running back position, they got a couple of running backs that will share the running task. Will be Omarion DeLay and Ernest Ware. So I look for them to come out and score some points tonight.
Well, the Hutto Hippos will try to make sure that they don't score a lot of points, that the Hippos trying to overcome a loss themselves as they lost to the second-ranked College Station Cougars in their opener. It's the Hippos versus the Lions, and it's coming up next right here on Waco ISD TV. Welcome back to Waco ISD Stadium. The Waco Lions have made their way onto the field under first-year head coach Lyndon Helt. The Hutto Hippos now making their way onto the field. Their head coach is Brad LaPlante. This is his 3rd season with the Hippos. Hal, he kind of bit off a lot whenever he took the job, because the next year after he took the job as a 5A school, they became a 6A school.
Welcome to big-time Texas football.
The Hutto Hippos in that growing area just to the northeast side of Austin, that back in 2001, they were a 2A football team. And here we are 20 years later, and they're in the largest classification in the state of Texas. As we mentioned in the opener, they lost their first game of the season, dropping a 59-11 decision to the College Station Cougars. College Station ranked number 2 in the state. They took on somebody that was pretty good. So both these teams looking for their very first victory of the season here. Of course, Lyndon Helt trying to get his first win at home as the head coach of the Waco Lions. Lions are dressed in their red uniform tops with white numbers and white pants. They'll have the red helmets with the leaping lion on the side. Hutto Hippos are dressed in their white uniform tops with black numbers outlined in orange. Let's make that orange numbers outlined in black. There we go. With black pants, still the black helmets, with the orange hippo on the side.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will please stand. The Waco High Army Junior ROTC is under the direction of Command Sergeant Major Willie Jones and First Sergeant James Hart. The Lions Battalion holds the highest rating a junior ROTC can have as an honor unit with distinction. The unit mission is to motivate young people to become better citizens. The colors are being presented by the Waco High Junior ROTC Color Guard, consisting of Right Guard, Cadet Major Zachary Moyes. American Flag, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Juliana Ayala. Texas Flag, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Viviana Ramirez. Left Guard, Cadet Captain Nancy Serbia. And now we'll have the playing of the national anthem by the Waco High School Band.
Well, maybe it was in your honor, but that's got to be the best rendition of the national anthem I've heard the Waco High Maligned Band play in quite some time.
Yes, sir. It sure was.
Did a very good job. Our captains are about to meet at midfield for the pregame coin toss with our officials. The officials tonight come from the Waco chapter. Our referee will be Brian Strickland. The umpire is Scott Hamby. The linesman is Rhett Williams. The line judge, Eric Reinhardt. Back judge, Brian Thomas. The side judge is William Necessary. And the field judge is Matt Stone. Waco High captains will be number 2, Elijah Pullen, number 5, Ernest Ware, number 85, Aiden Garcia, and number 27, Jabari Moore.
Hutto is number 5, Gary Choice.
For the Hutto Hippos,
you
have number 29, Steve Villanueva, number 45, that's Gregory Ortiz, along with number 50, Brock McCoy, and number 43, Eduardo Fernandez. Waco High has won the toss and will defer to the second half. Hutto will take the football, and we'll go from left to right on your TV screen as we get the game underway here. 7 o'clock kickoff here at Waco ISD Stadium. Our pregame weather, a partly cloudy sky, 94 degrees after an afternoon high of 98 today. We do not expect any rain. Relative humidity of 46% with a southeast wind at about 9 miles per hour. That's coming from right to left on your television screen. How most coaches, when they win the toss, like to defer. As I understand, many coaches feel that the most important part of the game is the last 2 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the third quarter.
Exactly. That's where momentum can change drastically.
You try to manage the game so that you have the ball that last 2 minutes of the half, especially if you're going to get that kickoff to start the third quarter, so maybe you can get back-to-back scores and make the momentum in your favor. So Hutto gets the ball first. Doing the kicking for Waco High is Tyler Black. Going to come to the near side, bounce at the 25, and will roll out of bounds at the 22. And Hutto will most likely take the ball at the 30-yard line on the kick out of bounds. That'll be a 5-yard penalty on Waco High for kicking the legal procedure, kicking the ball out of bounds. So they'll mark it at the 31-yard line is where they'll mark it.
Waco High is going to roll out 5 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 2 seniors on this defensive first team right now.
First game jitters for our officiating crew as they mark it at the 26 after he said it was going to start at the 31. They've got the chain set at the 31, so now we'll get it marked at the 31. The Hutto offensive line, you've got Juan Rodriguez at center, Nick Hanks and Medel Gutierrez the guards, Rodrigo Gona and Jackson Mercer are the tackles. A throw into the right flat gets about a 3-yard gain, complete to Alex Green to the 34.
Reggie Lewis with great coverage there, number 8 for Waco.
That is a name we are going to hear a lot tonight. Reggie Lewis, handoff in the backfield. I believe that was Jalen Banks on the carry, number 6. Gets another couple of yards up to the 36. Brings up 3rd down and 5. No huddle offense. People moving on the snap. That'll move the ball back 5 yards. A 5-yard penalty against the Hutto Hippos for illegal procedure. And that's just that one thing that will kill a drive is, oh, they called offside against Waco High. Now, I didn't see anybody offside at the snap. Touchdown. But that's what the call is, and they'll pick up the first down, I believe, on the penalty. So that's 2 penalties for 10 yards now against Waco High.
3rd down.
Oh, they're still short a yard, excuse me. Maybe it's more like a half yard that they're shy. So it's 3rd down and 1 from just across the 40-yard line. Quarterback is Grayson Doggett. Banks the running back. Doggett passes it to Banks in the flat. Banks has the 1st down and has it across the 45 up to about the 46.
Darren Paul, number 44, with a nice tackle there.
First down of the drive. At the 41. Again, a pass in the left flat underneath. Complete up near midfield.
Elijah Pullen, number 2, on the defense there.
Gary Choice came down with the pass. And how we got to get up to speed. These guys are going quick, aren't they?
They are going real quick.
Be a 2nd down and 6 at midfield. Fake the handoff to the motion man, give it off to Banks going straight up the middle, and Banks is into Waco territory to the 47-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Yeah, Micah Moore, 88, tripped him up, and then he got finished off a couple of yards later.
Brings up a 3rd down and call it 2 from the 47. Throw in the flat is complete. 1st down and more for the tight end, number 85, Carson Forrest. Down to the Waco 40-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play. 2nd 1st down in the drive. Waco High with a late add to the defense. A throw in the flat is going to be incomplete. Thrown underneath Jerez Lambert. That's the 1st incompletion in the drive. A flag on the play because Waco High is, I'm going to guess they're going to call him offside because he was not even on Waco High's side of the field at the snap.
Defense, offside, number 45, 5-yard penalty.
It'll be 1st and 5 at the Waco 35. 3 penalties now, all 5-yard variety for Waco High. Brings up a 1st and 5. Doggett on the delay, hands it off to Banks. Banks has running room straight up the middle, inside the 25, down to about the 24.
Tackled in there by number 4, LaMarcus McDonald.
1st and 10 at the 24.
Starting to see some substitutions. It's really hot out there right now, Lark, so they're going to rotate a lot of linemen in there tonight.
8th play of the drive that started at the 31-yard line. Doggett sends a man across the back of the line of scrimmage. Throw in the flat is tipped and knocked out of bounds. Good positioning by LZ Amos to get on put a finger on that ball.
Outstanding effort there.
First, 2nd and long that the Hippos have faced in this opening drive. They've already had the ball for 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Doggett has Banks to his left, sends 2 receivers to the right, hands it off to Banks coming right. Banks trying to get the corner, but he is tripped up and then knocked down for a loss back to the 26.
Outstanding play by Jamarcus Carprue there, number 9, tripped him up.
So the Waco defense now has them behind the chains, 3rd and long. You would think of passing down. See what Doggett decides to do here. Straight drop back, looking long, across the middle, throws, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended target. Nice job on defense there by Waco High's Law Chapel. Or is that Chappelle? So 4th and 12. 11 plays it took him to get it down to the 26-yard line. Facing a 4th and 12 here. See what head coach LaPlante wants to do here. Play clock is down to 10. Maybe looking for an offside, not going to get it. Looking in the right flat, complete. Not enough for the first down yet, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Pass completed to Lambert.
That is an outstanding job there on 4th down. Stopped them. 12-play drive came up with no points.
So Waco High is going to get it 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. 3 minutes and 18 seconds on that drive utilized by Hutto. So Waco High now with their first offensive possession. Luke Grant, the center. Isaac Rivera, Rashawn Connor, the tackles. Chase Tamper and Julian Watkins also on that front line. There goes man-man DeLeo around the right side. He's a hard fella to bring down, and he gets the ball up to about the 24-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play. Second down and 2. Actually, they mark it at the 23, so just give him a 7-yard pickup. The quarterback is Thomas Chandler. Hands it off to DeLeo once again, and he has first down yardage across the 30 to the 31. Another 8 yards there for man-man. And the first down for Waco High. Man last week, 10 carries for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. Actually, the quarterback, Thomas Chandler, the biggest ground gainer last week against West Mesquite at 54 yards. This is what we expect to see from Waco High. Just try to grind it out the best they can on the ground. Once again, DeLeo with the football. He'll only get to the 30-yard line and lose a yard, as Hutto smelled that one out pretty quick.
Yeah, that was Felix Torres, number 55, on the tackle. You know, they run a 3-4 defense. They'll try to mix up their looks, try to disguise what they're doing, Lark.
Braylon Martinez, the wide out to the near side. On the far side, number 17, Marcus Chandler. In the slot for the Lions is Sean Betts on the near side. Second down and 11. Betts goes in motion. Quick slant off the hands of the intended receiver and intercepted. Going the other way with it is Fallow, and he will take it down to the 1-yard line before he's brought down. That's Elijah Flinton, senior defensive back, coming up with the tip ball and setting up Hutto for the first score. They say he returned that about 34 yards. So the turnover, the first of the game against Waco High, gives it back to Hutto, and at point blank range.
Sideline interference with Hutto. Going 15 yards from the 1. Be first down.
Not going to give them a warning. Going to go ahead and mark off the 15-yard penalty and send it back to the 16.
All right, let's see if Waco High can hold them now. Now they've got them pushed back 15 yards.
Normally you see a warning on that sideline penalty before you ever get the step off, but not in the case here. Must have been fairly egregious, of course. That happened right there on their sideline, and you got to believe those players were excited to get the turnover. So first and 10 from the 16. Hippo's second possession starts with 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Doggett flush from the pocket to his right, will have running room. Gets it across the 16 down to the 13, a gain of 3 for Doggett.
Tackled by 33, Javion Moore, and number 9, Jamarcus Carprew.
Good to see Carprew in the starting defense there. Didn't see a whole lot of action last week. One of the returning starters from a year ago. Banks stacked behind his quarterback now in the backfield. Doggett looking to pass to the right flat. It is complete. Giving ground, trying to find some running room, is Lambert.
Yeah, Reggie Lewis stopped them, stood them up, then the rest of the guys came in and finished them off.
It's a 3-yard gain to the 10. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Waco High defense has bent but not broken yet. They gave up 12 plays on the opening possession but stopped Hutto at the 26-yard line on downs. Big play here. Doggett, 1-step drop, throws across the middle into the end zone, touchdown. Caught there by Gary Choice, his 2nd touchdown of the year. Just a quick slant, Hal.
Yeah, he went right into the gap there. Safety didn't quite get over in time.
Extra point attempt. Is good. Off the toe of Evan Gutierrez. 5 minutes, 59 seconds to go first quarter. Hutto on top, 7-0 as they take advantage of the first turnover of the game and turn a interception into a quick 6. A 3-play, 16-yard drive. Took them 1 minute and 11 seconds on that drive to take that 7-0 lead. That is the one thing Waco High has to do, Hal, is they have to maintain control of the ball. They cannot give the ball away.
Right, exactly. They need to keep trying to push it on down the field on the ground and have no more turnovers tonight. That'll keep them in the game. You know, so far, Hutto has just thrown those short passes. They haven't gone over on top yet, trying to get that 20 or 25-yard gain right down the seam.
That's the one thing Waco High did last week. When they did throw the ball, they usually went deep with the ball. Right now, Lyndon Helt is in his first possession. Pretty much run the ball, but had that one pass intercepted. Matter of fact, that was the first pass attempt by Thomas Chandler that was picked off. William Hammond, the backup quarterback, gets things set up on the tee. Fernandez with the kick, a short kick. Fair catch not called for. It's fumbled. Waco High loses the ball inside between the 30 and the 35. Hutto seems to believe they've gotten on top of the football. Javion Moore unable to handle the kickoff. And officials trying to unpile things and see who has the football at the bottom of the pile. Hutto keeps indicating it's their ball, and now I finally see an official indicate that it belongs to, well, I got.
They're pointing.
I got a back judge pointing one way and a referee pointing another.
Hutto recovered.
Thank you.
Hutto recovered.
Brad Strickland clears the confusion to let us know that Hutto has the football. The second turnover of the game. And once again, Hutto has the ball in Waco High territory, this time at the Lion 32-yard line. That's twice as far as they had to go in the last one.
Waco High is going to have to get really tough here.
Lepos in trips to the left. Solo receiver at the bottom of your screen is Lambert. He's been the favorite target so far for Doggett. See if they go for the quick 6 here after the turnover. Looks in the flat, throws that same pass across the middle that they got the touchdown on, and it's caught by Choice down to the 22-yard line.
Marvion Hewitt on the tackle there, number 21.
It's a 10-yard gain and a first down at the Waco 22. Another pass in the flat. This one a Choice, and he can't hold on to it. Gary Choice last week, 5 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 22. Doggett rechecks with the Offensive brain trust on the far side. Banks is running backs. Twins to each side. Throws in the near flat on the wide receiver screen. Quickly out of bounds with the football is Lambert.
Reggie Lewis on the tackle there, number 8.
Down to the 16-yard line for a pickup of 6 to bring up a 3rd down and 4 at the Waco 16. Ball went out of bounds. Clock stopped with 5:25 to go, first quarter. Doggett looking across the middle again and is in and out of the hands of Choice. Matter of fact, I believe a Waco line got a hand on that one.
Yeah,
Was it Chappelle once again?
I think it was Chappelle, yes.
So Chappelle saves the touchdown there.
Great effort right there.
Brings up 4th down and 4 from the Waco 16. They're going to set up for a 33-yard field goal attempt. Evan Gutierrez, senior kicker, out of the hold of William Hammond. Good spot. It's got the distance, but it goes wide to the left. So Waco High dodges a big bullet there. After their second turnover, they do not give up points.
That's going to be a great mental boost for them right there. Now, see if they can get their offense, get it going, see if they can sustain a nice long drive. They've got to give their defense a chance to rest some.
Not sure the clock rolled enough in that possession. I got them with just 44 seconds of clock time on that possession. Guess they went out of bounds and had some incompletions. Waco High takes over with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. At the 20-yard line. Handoff goes to Ernest Ware, and Ware is knocked down just after he gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up 2 yards. Ware seeing time at the running back spot along with Marion DeLeo. Lidenhelt going with the 2-back set on this possession. A tight end on the left side of the formation. Handoff once again goes to DeLeo, and DeLeo only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Hutto was putting 8 guys right up on the line of scrimmage. In fact, their whole defense was within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage on that last play.
3rd down and 8 facing the Lions here. Staying with that 2 running back package with Aiden Garcia, the tight end, on the near side. Chandler, the wide receiver, on the far side. Martinez, the wide receiver, on the near side. Martinez goes in motion, headed over toward the right of the formation. Chandler throws in the flat for DeLeo, and it's overthrown out of his reach. That'll be 3 downs and punt on this possession for the Lions.
Had they connected on that play there, Lark, I think he could have got the first down before the defense would have caught up with him.
And the punt is Tyler Black. Choice back to receive for Hutto. Got a good snap. Nice spiral. Headed for out of bounds, though. And he may have angled that one too much. Waiting to watch all the way up to the 43-yard line in Hutto territory. And Hutto gets the ball with 3:59 left to go in the first quarter, up 7-0. So Waco High's defense once again has to come up with a stop here, as the offense has not been able to get anything going just yet. 2 turnovers already here in the first quarter on an interception, and then a fumble of the ensuing kickoff after the Hutto score. Doggett has 3 receivers to his left. Hands it off to Banks, though, in the backfield, straight up the middle, and he's got lots of running room. Good balance gets him inside Waco's side of the field to the 41-yard line.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Reggie Lewis, number 8.
16-yard pickup for Banks, picks up another first down for the Hippos. Again, they hand it off to Banks. This time he goes over left tackle and gets only a couple of yards up to the 38.
It's like 88 Micah Moore in there on the tackle.
Hutto staying with the trips formation to the left. Doggett asks for the snap. Pass out in the flat, and it's almost intercepted. Nice job by Elijah Pullen to jump the route.
He read it. He was close.
Think he saw that on film somewhere?
I think he did.
So that incompletion brings up a 3rd and 8 from the Waco High 38. Waco High defense trying to get another stop here. 2 receivers to each side. Offensive coordinator for the Hippos changing the play. And we have motion on the line of scrimmage. Number 85 on the near side.
False start.
Trying to step back.
Offense, number 61.
Yeah, they say
5-yard
number
penalty.
61 was the
Third
man
down.
in motion. I don't have a 61 on my roster, do you?
No,
That's the first flag against Hutto.
I don't see any 61 on the field at all, Mark. That was the right tackle that went back.
Yeah. So it goes back to the 43-yard line where it's 3rd down and 13. Waco High's defense trying to get its 2nd stop in a row. Clock's at 3:13 left in the first quarter. Doggett looks to his left, now goes off to the Choice in the flat. Choice will only get it up to about the 40-yard line.
Great tackle there by number 33, Javion Moore.
Brings up a 4th and 10. A 4th and 11 from the 39. A couple of yard gain for Choice on that play. That'll bring up 4th down.
Outstanding job by the Waco line defense. Keeps them in the game.
Reggie Lewis back deep for the Lions. Nice high end over end kick headed for the cheerleaders on the far side. Lewis will make the dangerous pickup and be tackled immediately. That's one of those bounces that you take your chance as a receiver. If it doesn't go well for you, your coach is going to meet you at the numbers when you get to the sideline. 2:16 to go. First quarter, Waco High with the football at their own 18-yard line. Thomas Chandler, the quarterback, has Ernest Ware in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to his left. Looking to the left, throws in the flat. It is complete. Dowdy with the reception.
Kenneth Settles on the tackle, number 24.
Yeah,
for
but there's
Hutto.
no gain on the play. Back to the 18-yard line. If you're going to pass the ball, it's supposed to be a forward pass, right, Hal?
It is supposed to be a forward pass.
Get more than 0 yards. Hand off to Ernest Ware, but he's dropped in the backfield. Alden Fullalove, the nose guard, gets in there to get to Ware early.
Yeah, he came in there and blew that play up pretty quick. You know, the cornerbacks for Hutto are right on top of the receivers for Waco High, so if they can get loose, they should be wide open. Their safeties are playing in the middle of the field.
It'll be 2nd down and 15 from the Waco 13. The officials would not let Waco High to the ball, and the play clock's down to 1. They get the play off, and they do go deep, double covered, and thrown out of bounds over the head of Braylon Martinez. And it's going to bring up 4th and 15 from the 13. So once again, the Waco High offense not able to move the football. Very choice deep, waiting for the punt from Tyler Black. Line drive shot, goes about 38 yards in the air and then takes a backspin down to the 48-yard line in Hutto territory. So Hutto gets the ball with 40 seconds left in the first quarter, and they have a 7-0 lead. And right now, because of the efforts of the Waco defense, Hal, this is just a one-score game.
One turnover away from possibly changing it, too. Defense is going to have to continue to bow up and play as hard as they can, try to keep them in this game. They're doing a good job so far.
Micah Moore in at that nose guard position for the Lions. Up on the front with Javen Bryant and Ivan Davis. Handoff goes to Love, and he breaks free up the middle. It's a foot race, and a good job of grabbing him by the ankles. Chasing him down is Alaa Chappelle, but Banks with a big gain into Waco territory. All the way down to the 10 is where they're going to mark it. Be 42 yards for Banks on the, and brings up 1st and goal. Again, Banks with the football, weaving his way through Lions, inside the 5, down to the 3. Hippos line up right at the line of scrimmage. Will they get this off before the first quarter ends? They do snap it before the clock runs out. Banks will take it down to the 1. We'll have to walk 90 yards to see whether or not they score.
Right, that was good tackle by LaMarcus McDonald in there.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After the first quarter, our score is Hutto 7 and Waco High 0. Let's turn it over to our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse.
Greetings, Lion fans. Just wanted to take a moment to thank former Lion Derek Johnson for sponsoring tonight's contest, and I want to wish Coach Lyndon Helt and the 2021 Waco Lions all the best. Go Lions!
This is Derek Johnson, former Waco High Lion. I want to congratulate Coach Tusa on a job well done, being inducted into the Waco ISD Hall of Fame. Coach, you've been an inspiration to this town for many years. Thank you for caring about us as players, and more importantly, thank you for caring about us as people. You brought the winning attitude, the dedication, the grit, the determination. Thank you, Coach. Your name will live forever.
Some messages from Derek Johnson. This is the Derek Johnson Classic, the former Waco High linebacker, former Texas
Again,
Longhorn,
there will be a
former
trophy
Kansas City
presentation.
Chief. And at halftime, they'll have a presentation to Johnny Tusa, inducting him into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame. I've known Johnny Tusa since I was about, 10 years old. He used to be the sandlot quarterback for everybody else in the neighborhood. He used to play in the lot behind the Trinity Lutheran Church over on MacArthur Drive. I've known Johnny, well, I can't tell how many years because I can't count that high. I have to take off my shoes to count that high. First play of the second quarter, Hutto knocking at the door. Handed off to a new running back, and he is stuffed as soon as he gets the football. Trying to get it into the end zone was Jesus Garza.
That was LZ Amos, number 22, just on a really good stop. Might have hurt himself a little bit or knocked the air out of him.
Well, that'll bring up a 4th and goal at the 2 as Garza lost a yard. And now the Hutto coaching staff trying to decide what to do here. From the 2-yard line, they'll go with a full house backfield. Doggett sends a man in motion and pitches it to Choice. That motion man trying to get around the edge. He won't do so, and the Lion defense once again comes up and makes the stop.
Outstanding effort there by number 33, Javion Moore. Another great defensive stand there.
So on the inside pass to Choice, he loses 2 yards back to the 4. And now Waco High will get the football, but they are 96 yards away from tying the ball game up. It's about time that the Lion offense puts on about a 20-play drive. What do you say?
It would definitely help the defense. Defense has been on the field way too much so far.
Certainly have. Have both Valet and Ware in the backfield along with the quarterback Chandler. Tied into the right of the formation. The handoff goes to Ware. Ware has running room around the right side, gets it up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 for Ernest Ware.
Give him a little different look on offense now, Lark. 2 backs.
As long as they're getting 4 yards each time, they can maybe put together that 20-play drive. J.R. Anderson in the slot on the right, on the left side. Martinez, the wide receiver on the far side, outside receiver. Fake the handoff. Pass is knocked down at about the time he tried to release it. I believe that was number 21, Eric Perry, that got a hand on the ball. Passing game is just not working for Waco right now. Third down and 6 from the 8. Play clock is down to 10 as they finally get the play in. Chandler takes the snap, rolls a little bit, now fires up the sideline, has an open man and a leaping catch and first down grab by the Lions' Sean Betts.
That was a perfectly executed offensive play there.
Got it all the way out to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 21 on the play. Biggest play of the night offensively for Waco High, but there's a penalty on the play. Dadgummit. Do you see what the infraction was, Mal? They're going to mark it from the 8-yard line. It's half the distance. Well, I guess maybe holding. It's going to bring up third down and 10. They're back where they started at the 4-yard line. So scratch that big gainer, and you need one here. Chandler looks over, sends Martinez in motion. And now we have some movement on the line of scrimmage. Brad Strickland will tell us what it's all about.
Ball start. Offense. Number 64. Half the distance. Third down.
So that's just a 2-yard penalty. Brings up a third down and 12 from the 2. And now you're behind the chains. High snap, pulled down by Chandler under a rush. He throws the ball and it's incomplete. Had to get rid of that one, Hal.
Yeah, they brought the house on that one. They had 5 or 6 guys coming on the blitz. Chandler got nicked up a little bit on that play.
So Tyler Black going to have to kick from the back of the end zone. Gary Choice is waiting in Waco High territory for the kick. So the Hippos expected to get very good field position here on their first possession of the second quarter. Up 7-0 at this point. Good snap back. Black gets it off. A wobbly kick that takes a sideways bounce and goes out of bounds somewhere between the 30 and the 35. They'll mark it at the 32. Just a 30-yard punt. Gives Hutto the football with 9:22 left to go in the second quarter, and Hutto's on top 7-0.
The defense will have to rally again. He's playing a lot of players on that defensive side of the football right now because they've been on the field quite a bit, but they've been doing an outstanding job so far.
Hutto still has the number 1 offensive line in there. Or dog at the quarterback, who's on the delay handoff, gives it to Banks, and he's got lots of running room to inside the 25-yard line. Lost the football maybe at the very end of it, but is able to get back on top of it.
44, Darren Paul put a good lick on him, and then number 32, Elon Chappelle, finished him off.
Down to the 24. Pickup of 8 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 2. He found a lot of running room on that delay up the middle. 2 Banks. Now Doggett the pass, looks across the middle and has it on the money, but unable to hold on to it is Alex Green. I mean, that was right in his breadbasket. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Partly cloudy afternoon has turned into a clear sky evening here at Waco ISD Stadium. Snap is a little premature. Doggett picks it up and then falls on the football. Doggett was not anywhere near ready for the football, but his center, Juan Rodriguez, snapped it. It goes all the way back to the 40 for a loss of 16. That goes on Doggett's ledger as a loss. It brings up a 3rd down and 8. Or excuse me, 4th down and 8. I didn't write down that incompletion. So the Waco defense once again comes through. Going to force a punt here after the offense allowed Hutto to take over at the Waco 32. Reggie Lewis waits at the 10-yard line for the punt. Whistle at the snap.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
5-yard delay penalty against Hutto. That's only the 2nd time that they've been penalized. Tim Hollenbeck, the punter.
We got Reggie Lewis back on the 15-yard line for Waco High.
Low snap and a punt that's straight up in the air and headed for the Hutto bench. It goes out of bounds somewhere near the 31-yard line. So bad snap brings about a bad punt. And Waco High gets a break here with 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
This will be the best field position we've had tonight, I believe.
They mark it at the 33. That's where Waco High will start this possession, trailing 7-0. Marion DeLeo in at the running back spot. Marcus Chandler and Sean Betts, the wide receivers on the near side. Braylon Martinez, the wide receiver on the far side. Chandler taking the ball from under center for the first time tonight. On the handoff, man gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not even that, he loses a yard. Back to the 32.
Hutto continues to crowd that line of scrimmage. And their two cornerbacks are right up on the wide receivers.
Sean Connor, Chase Stamper, the guard and tackle on the right side. Center for the Lions is John Puente. Pass in the flat to the tight end, Garcia. Garcia will get it up across the 35 to the 36. Gain of 4 on the play. Third and 7 for the Lions. Trying to get anything going here offensively. Good snap. Chandler rolls to his right, has some running room, but is going to be knocked down. A good open field tackle by Eric Perry to stop Chandler.
Yeah, the wide receivers, they were well covered over here on the right side. He had nowhere to go with the football.
Brings him down to the 32. That's a loss of 4 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 11. Once again, the Lions going to have to punt. Joyce waiting at his 39-yard line. Tyler Black, his toe's going to be sore in the morning. Gets a good snap, but drops the football, and Hutto's there to cover it. He just looked up before the ball ever got there, and covering it for Hutto on special teams is Scott Shepard. So with 5:25 to go in the first half, Hutto once again starts in Waco High territory, this time at the Lion 28-yard line. I checked that, that's the 23-yard line that they'll start this drive from. See if they go for the juggler here on the first play. He'll hand it off to Banks, and Banks on the quick hitter gets it down to about the 15-yard line.
Brought down by number 4, LaMarcus McDonald.
Banks seems like he's averaging about 8 yards every time he touches the football. He has the football again and sidesteps his way inside the 10 down to the 7.
Once again, McDonald on the tackle. If he doesn't get him, it's a touchdown. They are opening up some holes on him right now.
First and goal at the 7. Garcia checks in at the running back, but they pitch it to Choice on the end around, and Choice will get it to the 5-yard line, maybe the 4.
Number 21, Marvian Hewitt, he made him go back inside. He read the play. He didn't make the tackle, but he did stop it from going anywhere.
Second and goal at the 4. That's the second time they've tried that inside handoff to Choice in the red zone. Once again, they have Garza in at the running back spot. Fake the handoff to him. Doggett tries to make the pass. It's tipped and intercepted.
I think number
37, I think, is who tipped the ball.
Yeah, Javon Bryant picked it off.
Yeah.
Number 97. Another great defensive stand by Waco High. They are really playing well tonight.
Now if the offense can just carry their load. They'll get the ball at the Waco 11 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. And the first half, trailing 7-0. Twins to each side. A bit of a high snap. The handoff goes to DeLeo. Man spins his way up to about the 18-yard line for a gain of 7. Mark him at the 18, so give him 8 yards. Second down and 2. A fumble on the snap. Chandler will just fall back on top of it. Lose a yard back to the 17. Got to take care of the football. Martinez will be the lone receiver to the left. Third down and 3. Now we have motion at the line. Hutto moved and drew Waco High, but it's going to be procedure against Waco High.
I'll start. Offense, number 64, 5-yard penalty, third down.
So from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Takes it back to the 12. Those are those things that you have to correct before district gets here, especially the district that Waco High participates in. There's a couple of those state-ranked teams that are going to be really angry by the time they get to district play because they lost their season opener. Duncanville, DeSoto, and Cedar Hill all lost their season opener in non-district play. Straight drop back. Holding flag thrown. Good job by Chandler to finally find an open receiver as he hit Betts across the middle, but I believe that flag's going to bring it back.
Holding. Offense, number 64. Half the distance to the goal. Third down.
That'll take it back to the Waco 6-yard line with 2:27 left to go in the second quarter. Hutto on top 7-0. Reggie Lewis, who we've seen on defense, checks in on offense. He is a playmaker wherever he goes. He'll be the middle receiver of the 3 on the near side. Anytime you see 8 in the game, your eyes should go there because most likely that's where the ball's going to end up. And now a timeout call.
Timeout. Hutto.
Hutto calls a timeout because I think they saw number 8 on the field too.
Correct.
They watched a little video, did they?
If Chandler can just get a little time to throw the ball, I think they can get open. But they've got to give him a little time. And they look to be really big up front. They're putting some heat on them.
Waco High next week will be right back here at Waco ISD Stadium. They'll be playing Thursday night here at Waco ISD Stadium.
2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
2:20.
Brad Strickland wants 2:20 on the clock. Add back 3 seconds. Meanwhile, next week we'll also have a Friday game here at Waco ISD as University will have their first home game hosting the Terrell Tigers. Oh, gee, we got double fun next week.
There we go. Looking forward to it. Now I don't see Reggie Lewis out there now, Lark.
That's unfortunate. But I do see number 12, Devion Long, as the receiver on the inside on the right side. He's kind of at a tight end position. He's also somewhat of a playmaker. And once again, we have movement at the line of scrimmage before the snap.
Ball start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's half the distance there, Brad. It's only at the 6. It can't be 5. Well, that'll move it back to the 3. Now Long is lined up as the tight end on the right of the formation. Chandler looking to pass, outside blitz coming, gets away from that, has a little bit of running room. Now a flag thrown in the backfield, and the ball is knocked away at about the 22-yard line. And any bets we're going to see holding? And also we see the Waco High quarterback, Thomas Chandler, limping a little bit toward the sideline. Now let's see the meaning of the yellow hanky. Thrown normally where we see holding. Hutto may decline it though.
Holding. Offense, number 64. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So it's 4th down from the 3-yard line. Once again, Tyler Black punting from the end line. Gary Choice waiting in Waco High territory for the punt for the Hippos. Angles it toward the sideline, comes right up the middle of the field though, and will die at the 43-yard line in Waco High territory with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go and the 2nd quarter.
That was a good punt there, 40 yards. He had to get it off quick. He didn't have 15 yards. You know, he didn't have enough room back there. He was right on the goal line. Let's see if the defense can rise up again.
Well, people look at the scoreboard and see 7-0, call it a defensive struggle. This is more of an offensive struggle. The offenses are having struggle finding the end zone. The turnover is really the only thing that's allowed anybody to score. Handoff goes to Banks, and he wiggles his way up the middle down to about the 30-yard line.
Brought down by number 20, Bashan Hall.
Market a timeout called from the sideline by the head linesman. He wants to be sure they get the ball marked at the right spot. Let's call it the 32. He picked up 11 yards on the play for Banks. Brings up another 1st down for Hutto. Banks bounces off of one would-be tackler, gets it inside the 30 down to the 29. Pick up a 3 on the play.
Micah Moore, number 88, he did help clog it up a little bit. Even though he did make the tackle, he stopped it.
Doggett looking to pass, being chased out of the pocket. Now will run with it and goes out of bounds at the 30. Good job by Waco High to chase him out of bounds.
I don't have a number for 45 out there, Lark.
And we check with these coaches on Thursday to make sure that we have up-to-date rosters. Nice job by 45, though, of blowing up that play. Pass is complete. Down almost to the 10-yard line to Choice. Down to the 11. That's a 19-yard pickup and a 1st down. Quickly they hand it off to Banks. Banks is down to the 4. 7-yard pickup on that play, and now we have a Waco Lion on the field that needs attention. If anything, he may just need a breather right here, as Waco's defense has been on the field for most of this 1st half.
He was the man that brought the tackler down, though. He brought the runner down on that one.
Banks has carried the ball 15 times already for 113 yards just in the first half. Last week, in 15 carries, he only got 49 yards against College Station. Well, up on his feet. That's always a good sign to see LaMarcus McDonald, one of the main linebackers.
He has been on several tackles tonight. He's really playing well.
Son of a former Waco Lion of the same name. Second and goal. Handoff goes to Banks. He smells the end zone and he's in for the touchdown. Comes with 35 seconds left to go. Comes with just 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Evan Gutierrez. Extra point attempt is no good. It's wide to the right this time. He missed a field goal earlier. So 35 seconds left to go in our first half. Hutto extends their lead to 13-0. And once again, they take advantage of some outstanding field position simply because the Waco High offense unable to move the football. Only had to go 43 yards in 6 plays.
The Waco High, the Waco High defense, they are playing with great tenacity, spirit, heart. They're hanging in there. Offense has got to give them some help here in the second half.
It's not undoable. They can definitely come back in the second half. Waco High will get the ball to start the second half as they deferred to start the game after winning the toss. Now, who knows? They may run this one back. Keep your eye on number 8, Reggie Lewis. He's at the top of your screen as the 2 deep receivers. He's back there with Marcus Chandler. If Hutto will kick it deep, Lions not necessarily looking for a deep kick as the 2 receiving backs are at the 20 and not the 10. They do kick it toward the far sideline. Lewis lets it bounce, picks it up, and apparently somebody put up a hand for a fair catch. Lewis was ready to run with it, but a fair catch was called by somebody, and they will mark it at the 23-yard line. So Waco High has 33 seconds left on the clock. See if Lyndon Helt decides to just run out the clock, go to the house and regroup. If he looks to maybe get at least one deep ball in here. But 3 receivers to the near side. Anderson is at the bottom of your screen. The handoff goes to Ernest Ware, and Ware has it up to the 33-yard line for a 10-yard pickup. Picked up the first down. And now Waco High asks for a timeout.
Timeout. Waco.
Memory serves me correct, that's their first timeout.
That's correct. That was a nice run there, right off left tackle. Nice hole. 10-yard gain.
Yeah, you had your cornerbacks paying back for the pass, so that opened up the run. Good job of taking advantage of what was given to you by the offense there. Is trying to pick up the first win for Lyndon Helt as the head coach of the Waco Lions. Like to see that happen in his first home game. Losing on the road last week to West Mesquite, 34-17. Still amazed at the growth of Hutto and how they have gone in just 20 years from a 2A club to a 6A club. They had one of their first losing seasons in some time last year in that jump from 5A to 6A. Trying to correct that this year. Chandler sends Martinez in motion. Leaves Betts as a wide receiver to the left. Looking to his right, goes downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended for Martinez. Nice job by the center fielder, Lambert, to come up and make the stop there. Lambert coming up from the safety spot, just basically playing center field. So it's second down and 10 from the 33 with 17 seconds to go.
We do have Reggie Lewis in the slot position over here on the right side.
All right. Keep an eye on number 8. Not even looking his way. Chandler looking to the left, will have to run, and the ball's knocked loose. Looks like the center, John Puente, gets back on the ball for Waco High after the fumble. And that's going to end our half as Waco High's offense not able to move the ball very much in the first half. Hutto able to take advantage of a turnover and go to the locker room with the Hippos on top by a score of 13-0. Have some very special halftime activities coming your way as the former head coach for the Waco Lions and former Waco ISD Athletic Director Johnny Tusa will receive a plaque and be inducted into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame. So we will join those ceremonies here in just a few moments with our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse. They'll mention any of Johnny's accomplishments outside of Waco ISD, but he was a state champion quarterback at Riker Catholic High School. Also a quarterback at Tarleton State. He's been a coach both at Riker High School and the Waco ISD school district. His first job at Waco ISD was an assistant at Ridgefield High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the field at this time, we have Derek Johnson, Coach Johnny Tusa, and the 1986 football team here tonight. At this time, we would like to introduce a very familiar face to Waco community. Derek Johnson is a former Waco High linebacker. In high school, he once recorded 31 unassisted tackles in one game. Derek was voted All-Texas 5A as a junior and a senior. He played in the very first ever U.S. Army All-American Bowl. From 2001 to 2004, Derek was one of the most dominant linebackers in Texas Longhorn history. Derek was selected as Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year and selected 3 years in a row First Team All-Big 12. Amongst his accolades, Derek received the Dick Butkus Award and the Bronco Nagurski Award, which is given to the nation's top defensive football player each year. Derek Johnson was the very first pick by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2005. He played 14 seasons in the NFL and was picked to play in the Pro Bowl 4 times. Derek Johnson has graciously accepted the honor of welcoming his coach and newest member of the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame, Coach Johnny Tusa. Accompanying Derek is Athletic Director Ed Love and Assistant Athletic Director Rodney Smith. Johnny Tusa graduated from Riker High School in 1966. He played football for 2 seasons at Louisiana College and 2 more at Tarleton State University, where he graduated. Johnny Tusa served in the Waco ISD for better than 38 years. He has been a familiar face to the Waco community for 4 decades. Coach Tusa began his career at Richfield High School, and soon he became the head football coach at Jefferson Moore High School in 1979. In 1986, with consolidation, Johnny became the head football coach at Waco High School. From that day on, with a tremendous work ethic, he put Waco High School on the football map throughout the state of Texas. Opponents feared the mighty Waco Lions. From 1986 to 2009, under the direction of Coach Tusa, Waco High made the playoffs in 1986 through 1988, 1990 through 1992, 1994 through 2002, and 2004 through 2006. In 2006, he led the Lions to a state championship appearance. Through all that time, Johnny mentored over 100 Division I football signees, not to mention the tremendous number of coaches he led in the coaching profession and outstanding citizens that came from his leadership. He finished coaching with a remarkable record of 181 wins against 87 losses and 2 ties. In 2009, he began the next episode of his life working with longtime friend and mentor Grant Taft at the American Football Coaches Association. Soon after, Waco ISD came calling, and Coach Tusa answered the bell by becoming the district's athletic director. Johnny's wise leadership provided the guidance to coaches, young and old. A longtime advocate for high school sports, Johnny became an integral component in upgrading the Waco ISD facilities. It is through his leadership we possess the fine venues we have. In 38 years, Coach Tusa served Waco ISD. He touched the hearts and souls of so many players, coaches, and community members. It is only fitting that he be inducted and enshrined to the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame. Thank you for everything, Coach Tusa. Congratulations. Well done.
The Scarlet Line Drill Team, under the direction of Wanda Johnson and Rosa Bronner. Scarlet Line officers are Captains Braden Aguilar and Raylina Ramos. Our Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Giselle Talavera. And our Spirit Member of the Week is Chastity Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the Waco High School Scarlet Line Drill Team. And now Waco High School presents the 2021 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2021 Waco High Band is under the direction of Scott Strickland, Tyler Sage, and Michelle Nelson. Percussion is instructed by Adrian Rodriguez and Austin Lemons. The color guard is instructed by John Dylan Harris. Visual instructors are Abby Roque, Kevin Linker, and Zachary Lancaster. Student drum majors are Soledad Valenzuela and Dario Contreras. A very special thanks goes out to all of our band booster parents and volunteers. Tonight, the band will be performing some dance hits from the past, so get ready to Cupid Shuffle. The 2021 Line Pride Band would like to thank you for...
Once again, we'd like to extend our congratulations to Johnny Tusa for being inducted into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame. Great honor for great Wacoan. First half belonged to the Hutto Hippos, up 13-0 at halftime. Hal Harris, you got some of the stats from the first half for us.
I do. In the first half, Waco High had one first down. They ran the ball 12 times for 28 yards, attempted 8 passes, completed 2, had 1 picked off for a 4-yard total. A couple turnovers, and they were penalized 7 times for 30 yards. The leading rusher for Waco High, Omarion Delo, 6 times for 20 yards. Ernest Ware carried it 3 times for 16 yards. And the quarterback, Thomas Chandler, ran it 3 times for -8 yards. Over on the Hutto side, they had scored 13 points, 8 first downs, rushed the ball for 117 yards on 19 carries. Total amount of plays was 37 in the first half for 197 yards. They attempted 18 passes, completed 9, had 1 picked off, 80 yards total in passing, and they had 1 turnover, 2 penalties for 10 yards. Their playmaker on offense is obviously number 6, Jalen Banks, as he rushed the ball 16 times for 117 yards and caught 3 passes for 18 yards. So he had 2/3 of their offense, Lark.
Yeah, a lot of that yardage for Banks has been just right up the gut, exploiting the middle of that defensive line for Waco High. But defense has really been the strong point for Waco High in this game. It would really be just a 1-touchdown game if it weren't for turnovers.
Exactly right. They've been set up in great field position, Hutto has, and Waco High has really played really outstanding on defense, limiting them just to 2 touchdowns. It could have been a much higher score at halftime.
And I think you can say the same for the Hutto defense, as they have held Waco High to just 1 first down in the first half.
That's correct. Waco High is going to have to try to get the receivers loose because they're being jammed at the line of scrimmage. If they can get them loose, it'll be single coverage, man on man. I don't think they'll have any safety help there. I think they can complete some passes.
Well, the 2 coaching staffs have gone to the drawing board in the locker rooms at halftime and tried to draw up something that'll get on the scoreboard here in the second half. Lions trail by a couple of touchdowns and an extra point, and will get the football first here in the second half. Again, both teams looking for their first win of the season after losing their season opener. Hippos losing to College Station 59-11, and the Lions losing on the road to West Mesquite 34-17. Marcus Chandler going deep along with Reggie Lewis to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Eduardo Fernandez has the ball lined up at the south 40. That south breeze we had to start the game at about 10 miles per hour has subsided quite a bit, so the wind will not be much of a factor at all here in the second half. Pop-up kick going toward the far sideline. Lewis catches it on the run. Will bring it all the way to the near side, trying to pick up the wall, and is able to get up to the 45-yard line. A flag thrown at the end of the play. Somebody might have got a hand into the face mask, and Lewis sets the tone pretty nice for Waco High here with a nice return and maybe some yardage added at the end of the play on the penalty.
Absolutely.
Just tell by the way the flag was thrown and the reaction by Lewis that it was most likely a face mask penalty.
Yes, it is. It's a face mask.
A personal foul. Face mask on the receiving team.
Oh.
15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So
I didn't see that.
I didn't either. So 15 yards from the end of the run. That'll move it back. That's the biggest penalty against Waco High in the game to this point. They had several penalties inside the 5-yard line that just
there it is
half
on,
the distance to the goal.
There it is on the replay.
Okay.
Reggie put his hand right into the Hutto's guy's face mask.
You can't stiff arm the guy. From the 31 of Waco High. Chandler looking to throw, throws in the flat, completes it to the far side out to Braylon Martinez, and Martinez stays on his feet all the way out to the 39-yard line for an 8-yard pickup. Brings up a second down and 8. Martinez and Anderson, the 2 wide outs to the far side of the field from under center. Chandler will hand it off to Vallejo, and a spin move will get him possibly the first down up to the 41-yard line. They do give him the 2 yards and the first down. Second first down of the game for the Lions. Comes on their 3rd play of the second half. Maybe they found something to attack here in the second half. A sidestep by DeLeo, but he's not able to get back to the line of scrimmage this time. And chasing him down was Jalen Parkinson along with Braylon Davis. Loses back to the 39-yard line, a loss of 2, brings up the second down and 12. Marcus Chandler, the lone receiver to the near side. Ernest Ware in at running back now for the Lions. And once again, we have movement on the line of scrimmage. Jumping was Chase Stamper. He saw motion from the defensive side and reacted to that, and he needs to watch the football, doesn't he, Hal?
Offside.
Whoa.
Defense, number 55. 5-yard penalty.
Now
Second
that's
down.
backwards from what I saw. At least from what I thought I saw. So goes a 5-yard penalty in favor of the Lions this time. Brings it a second down and 7. And it's up to the 44. I hate being right all the time. From under center. Hand off over the left tackle to man. That's Ware. Ware gets it up to the 45. A tough 1-yard gain for Ernest Ware.
It's tough running up against that Hutto line tonight. They've got 7, sometimes 8 guys within 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, Lark.
Doing what they can to stop the run because that's what Waco has been most effective with. There's a possible passing down here. 3rd and 5. Trying to poke it into Hutto territory. Fakes the handoff and is brought down. Trying to.
Kenneth settles there on the tackle, number 24.
Little outside rush there by the cornerback. Sends Chandler down for a loss. Back to the 40. Is that where they're going to mark it, or the 39? They mark it at the 39, so a 6-yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th and 12. Punting situation. Choi standing at his 25, waiting for the punt from Black. Good snap. Rugby style kick, gets it off. A knuckleball all the way down to the 22-yard line. Choice has some running room up the near sideline and will be bumped out of bounds when he gets inside the 45.
We got a flag back on 38-yard line, Lark.
That's back where the snap was. Brad Strickland, referee from the Waco chapter, will let us know what this is all about. Nice return by Choice, though. Brought it back all the way to the Waco
Holding.
40.
Receiving team. 10 yards from the end of the run. First down.
All right, so they get a 10-yard penalty for holding on the return. Hutto gets the ball with 8:46 to go. 3rd quarter. They'll have it at their 37-yard line. Waco had the ball for 3 minutes and 14 seconds on their first drive, but picked up 1 first down, but nothing more. A pass in the flat, and immediately hit his choice as Reggie Lewis got to him first, and then the rest of the posse got there.
Outstanding play again by Reggie Lewis. He's all over the field tonight, really playing great at cornerback.
Going to call it a loss of 1 back to the 36. Brings up 2nd down and 11. Grayson Doggett, senior quarterback, has gone the distance at the quarterback spot. Banks, the running back. Once again, straight up the middle he goes. Had over 100 yards in the first half, and will get a bunch here. Finally chased out of bounds as LaMarcus McDonald had to run him down, but Banks gets it into Waco territory and picks up the first down of the half for Hutto. All the way down to the 24-yard line. A 30-yard pickup. Now here comes Banks around the left side.
And on the tackle, number 21, Marvin Hewitt.
Banks picks up another 5 yards on the play. It's up a 2nd down and 5. Banks now 18 carries for over 150 yards. Fake the handoff to Garza, throw off the fingertips of the intended target, Jeremiah Patterson. Senior just had that one go off the fingertips. Brings up a 3rd down and 5. Waco defense trying to come up with another big stop here with their backs against the wall. Position they've been in most of the night tonight. Checking in the blocking back is Brody Bujnok, number 10. He goes in motion to the right side now, stops on that side. The handoff goes to Garza, and he finds some running room over that right side, gets it down to the 10-yard line.
Brought down by number 36, Tyrone Sumter on the play. Got Deshaun,
go ahead, now.
Deshaun Hall coming in, number 20. And LaMarcus McDonald coming out. They're having to do a lot of substituting. They played a lot of plays tonight on defense.
He picked up 8 yards down to the 11. It's 1st and 10. From there, they can get a first down without getting the touchdown. Banks has the football. Right over left guard. He takes it inside the 10, down to the 8 for a pickup of 3.
44, Darren Paul on the tackle there. He tripped him up.
On the no huddle offense. Handoff goes to Banks around the right side. Got some blocking out there inside the 5 down to the 2.
Put down by number 44, Paul. Number 21, Marvion Hewitt.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 3rd down and 1 from the 2-yard line. Banks takes it up the middle and pushes his way into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the night. 3rd of the season. That's pretty much what was working for Hutto in the first half, so they decided just to go back to that bread and butter here to start the second half. To increase their lead to 19-0, but the point after to come. Evan Gutierrez to try to tack on the point and does so successfully. 6 minutes and 1 second left to go in the 3rd quarter, and our new score is Hutto 20 and Waco 0 as the Hippos take the ball 63 yards in 8 plays and do it in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So Hutto does what you're supposed to do if you don't have the football to start the second half. They get the stop and then get the touchdown.
Yeah, they've got a big offensive line, and they're still fresh, and the Waco defense has just had to be on the field too many plays so far. Need to see if that offense can get a drive going here and get them back in the game.
Let's see if the 3rd phase, the special teams, can't get something brewing for the Lions here. Reggie Lewis got a real nice kick return of the second half kickoff, but lost 15 yards off of it due to a face mask penalty. Got to give the Hippos credit. They have not had many penalties tonight. They'll kick this one deep. It goes over Lewis's head into the end zone, and Waco High will take it at their 25-yard line. Waco High needs to get a series established here. They have not done that yet with just 2 first downs, and we've got 18 minutes left in the contest. You just need to establish some offense here and grab yourself a little bit of momentum and a little bit of confidence going into the next game. Got to go with the 2-back offense here with both Ware and DeLeo in the backfield. Tied into the right of the formation. The snap is over the head of Chandler, and he'll just fall on it. All the way back to the 15-yard line. A loss of 10 on the play. That'll ruin a quarterback's running stats, losing 10 yards at a time there.
Yeah, they'll go back to the single back formation now. 4 wideouts.
Reggie Lewis in the game in the slot on the near side with the trips. He's there with Martinez and Chandler. Anderson, the wide receiver, to the far side. Ware stays in as the running back. Blitz coming from the middle linebacker, picked up. Chandler flushed from the pocket, unable to get much out of it. Back to the 11-yard line is all he can get. And actually, that's a 4-yard loss for Chandler.
Yeah, Jose Pena on the tackle, number 4. They're just putting a lot of pressure on Thomas Chandler, and he didn't have a long time to even look out and downfield.
Well, the Lions offense once again behind the chains, facing a 3rd and 24 from their own 11-yard line. Chandler looks to his left, looking to his left, never looks right. Now he tries to reverse his field and falls down. He'll lose yardage back to about the 8. So that offensive possession went backward from the 25 back to the 8. Facing 4th and 27, the Lions will punt. Gary Choice is enjoying his time as the return man for Hutto tonight because most of the time he's waiting for the football in enemy territory. Black gets the punt away and angles it toward the middle of the field. Choice will just let it roll, and it'll roll dead at about the 49-yard line and Waco's into the field.
It's a 43-yard punt.
Hutto gets the ball with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
The sideline, warning, Waco. That's their first warning of the game.
Okay.
First down.
Now, earlier in the game, Hutto didn't get a warning. They got the penalty, but Waco gets the warning. Is that a little home cooking there? I'm not sure. Hutto had the ball for 2:16 on that possession. Or excuse me, Waco with 2:16 on that possession. 1st and 10 from the Waco 39-yard line for the Hippos, up 20-0 with 3:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Doggett still in at quarterback, hands the ball off to Banks. He sidesteps a would-be tackler with nice juke move and then takes it out of bounds at the 37-yard line and picks up 12. Nice move by Banks. Doggett changing the play at the line of scrimmage. I expect a steady diet of running, and here, sure enough, here goes Banks once again on the delay. Gets it up to about the 35-yard line.
Where Darren Paul, number 44, puts him down to the ground. Good tackle. He's been in on a lot of tackles tonight also.
Give him 3 yards to the 34. 2nd down and 7. If Hutto throws a pass, it's just to keep the Lion defense honest. Doggett will just take it out of bounds at the 34-yard line for no gain on the play.
Good coverage by Reggie Lewis on the one receiver they put out there. Jose Pena, number 2, Lambert.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to get free.
So it's now 3rd down. And now a whistle and a procedure call against Hutto. Somebody moved on the line of scrimmage.
Offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
About the 5th penalty of the night against Hutto.
LZ Amos coming into the game, 22. LaMarcus McDonald coming out. They are continue to rotate a lot of players in tonight on defense.
They put the nickel package in here. Expecting pass on 3rd and 12 from the 39. Drive started at the 49. Straight drop back for Doggett, looking to his left, throws, and it's complete to his tight end, Carson Forrest with the reception and the first down to the 23-yard line.
Brought down by number 2, Elijah Pullen.
So the 17-yard pickup brings up a 1st and 10 at the 23. A low snap, but Doggett is able to pick it up and then throws in the flat. And a nice catch made by Choice. Just a 3-yard gain, though. Hand off to Banks, and Banks does a good job of wiggling out the first tackle and getting something out of it. Up to the 19.
Micah Moore, though, he stood him up.
We got a 3rd down and about 6 from the 19. Doggett passes complete down to the 1-yard line. Was under duress and still able to throw a bullet.
Number 21, Marvion Hewitt on the tackle at the 1-yard line.
Pass was to Green for 18, and now taking it into the end zone for a touchdown. Doggett himself gets the score. Second touchdown on the second possession of the second half for Hutto to make it 26-0 with the point after to come.
Defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
So Doggett scores from 1 yard out. Point after attempt is good. So 1:31 to go, 3rd quarter. Hutto increases its lead to 27-0. Took them just 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go 49 yards in 8 plays. Overcame 1 false start penalty in the drive. Picked up about 3 first downs along the way. Hutto has made the proper adjustments at halftime to score the first 2 times that they've touched the ball here in the second half, extending their 13-0 lead on halftime.
We got Reggie Lewis, number 8, back deep, along with number 17, Marcus Chandler.
Well, let's see if Eduardo Fernandez, the senior kicker, tries to keep it away from number 8. Kicked it over his head last time. Pops it up toward the near sideline. It's going to be caught. And then quickly out of bounds is Betts. Did he catch the ball out of bounds? There's a flag there. But you could, yeah, it was a kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds.
Yeah.
Right.
Kick it team. 5 yards from the end of the kick. First down.
Al, did you see what the penalty was? Was just kicking the ball out of bounds? Okay.
Yes.
And so Waco High is going to get the ball at their own 35-yard line. Chandler gets a snap, throws to Martinez on the quick look in. Martinez doing a good job of getting away from would-be Hutto tacklers and takes it up to the 43.
Those have been their most effective passes when they've completed the quick hitter.
Brings up a 2nd down and 2 at the 43. Might check that Hutto defense for some different numbers. We may have some second teamers in there. Fake the handoff. Chandler on the roll to the left side will get the 1st down out to the 45-yard line. Is there a flag on the play?
The 3 defensive linemen are starters still in for Hutto for sure.
Okay. Well, they say he didn't get the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and about the length of the football. As Chandler just got officially a yard on the play. Now comes up underneath center. Hands it off to DeLeo, and Man does have the 1st down out to the 46. I believe that's just the 3rd 1st down of the game for Waco High. Their offense has had a tough go here against the Hutto defense. Clock rolling with 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Chandler looking left, now will run up and pass late. The ball is almost picked off.
Jose Pena read that play.
It's intended for Braylon Martinez, and Martinez coming to the sideline, holding his right wrist after that contact over there. He's going to be checked out by the medical staff. 2nd and 10 at the 46. Dowdy checks in as the receiver, number 80 on the far side for Martinez. Chandler on the drop back has to roll out from underneath pressure, and he'll only get up to the 46-yard line before he's brought down. No gain on the play. Third and 10. You say this defense is a bunch of hungry hippos?
I think they still have their whole starting lineup in there, Lark.
Well, that's the final play of our 3rd quarter. Our score is Hutto 27 and Waco High nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have a live message from your very own Derek Johnson.
Hey, good evening. I'd like to welcome y'all to the 2021 Derek Johnson kickoff classes. Thank you for over the years, all the support that you've given me. I've been so proud to be from Waco. Every level that I played at, I've always represented this city well, and I thank you for your support. Keep supporting these kids now, and they'll remember it for the rest of their lives. Thank you again.
Derek Johnson, who's been a supporter of the Lions program ever since he made his mark in the NFL. A member of the NFL Hall of Fame recently, yeah. So here's the first play of the 4th quarter on a cornerback blitz. Chandler is flush from the pocket, throws, and is complete for the 1st down out to Marcus Chandler. And Hal, for the first time in the game,
they've crossed midfield.
That, and they've also got 2 first downs in the same series. Out to the Hutto 42-yard line. Pick up a 12 on that play. Pass in the flat, complete to Martinez, who's back in the game, but he's going to lose yardage. Maybe just a no gain on the play. Could not sidestep the tacklers there. Well, actually, maybe it's a 1-yard loss on the play. Back to the 43. Nine seconds left on the play clock. Chandler looking left, flush from the pocket, throws as the ball was being tackled, and DeLeo, the check down receiver, able to get it inside the 30 to the 29. Put that one in the playbook.
They did. They brought 5 guys, and that emptied the spot over here on the left side. He was able to take it for a nice gain there.
14 yards on the pickup, the third first down of the drive. Waco High's offense coming alive here in the fourth quarter. Good job by Chandler to pick up the pressure and get the ball off before he went down. DeLeo with the handoff. About a half-yard pickup, and that's it.
He was tackled by number 9, Jalen Parkinson.
Ball still at the 29. At the 29. Second down and 10. Marcus Chandler's wide to the right. He'll be joined over there by Braylon Martinez. Wide receiver at the bottom of the screen is Avante Jones. First time we've seen Jones in the game. Set up the screen to Marcus to Ware, and Ernest Ware is going to be brought down at the 22-yard line. First pass we've seen to Ernest Ware tonight.
We've got a player down on the far side of the field for Hutto.
That'll bring some timeout whistles while they check on the Hutto player. Getting to the sideline quickly, and Waco High back to the line of scrimmage. 9:21 left in the game. They're trailing 27-0. Got their best drive of the game going here. Chandler under pressure, throws underneath. The ball is tipped around and finally knocked down. Braylon Martinez fighting for possession along with Kenneth Settles. Brings up fourth down and 5. We're on the 27. Excuse me, the 23 is where the ball is. Waco High looking to pick up their 4th first down, but more importantly, keeping possession of the football here in the waning minutes. Pass in the flat to Ware is knocked down. The ball will go over on downs.
They brought 5 guys on that play and just couldn't quite get it. Pass.
Waco High had the ball for 4 minutes and 29 seconds. That's the longest possession time of the game for Waco High. Picked up 3 first downs, moved from their 35 to the Hutto 23, but giving up on downs. And Hutto with a 27-0 lead, looking to run off the last 9 minutes and 2 seconds of this contest, as much of it as they can. Inside pitch to Joyce. He loses the football for a minute, and I call that an incomplete pass, and that's the correct call.
That's right.
That was to Damian Jones, the senior wide receiver. A lot of people think that that's like a handoff, but that is indeed a forward pass, and is incomplete. Second down and 10. Hand off to Banks with a little extra push from his quarterback. We'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Number 6, Marvin Hewitt, in on the tackle.
Like the way Grayson Doggett gives Banks a shove every now and then after he hands him off the ball. Pick up a 1, brings up a 3rd down and 9. From the 23, that Waco High defense has done an outstanding job, though they're behind 27-0. They've pretty much been on the field all night. Doggett takes the snap. Throws in the flat to Banks. Or excuse me, that's Garza. And Garza gets it across the 30 to the 31, but it's not going to be enough for the first down.
Great open field tackle there by Javion Moore, number 33. Excellent defensive stand there on that series.
Well, Hutto will have to punt the football. Well, they don't have to, but most likely they're going to choose to. Reggie Lewis waits at his own 40-yard line for the boot. Hutto doesn't have enough folks out on the field for the punt team. With 8 seconds still counting on the clock. They may get it off in time. And they're going to call a timeout and not take the penalty.
Hutto.
Once again, next week here on Waco ISD TV, we'll have 2 games for you here at Waco ISD Stadium. It's Thursday night. These Waco Lions will be back in action against the Killeen Kangaroos. Then on Friday, the University Trojans will get their first home outing as they take on the Terrell Tigers. Trojans are on the road tonight at Granbury. Hal, you ever been to Granbury?
I have not.
Pretty little town. You need to go.
Well, Waco High is going to put their playmaker back to receive this punt. Reggie Lewis, number 8.
Right now we've got Hutto with 54 offensive plays for 305 yards of total offense. Flag at the snap. A good punt will send Lewis backpedaling. And now he'll just get away from the football. He rolls inside the 10, down to about the 7. Let's see the meaning of the flag back around the 30-yard line.
Looks like procedure on Hutto.
Well, if I'm Waco High, I'll make him punt it again, don't you?
Illegal formation. Kicking team.
That'll bring up another 4th down situation, 4th and 6.
5 yards and re-kick.
Backs him back up to the 26-yard line where they'll have to kick it again. So Reggie Lewis will get another opportunity here. As a punt returner in high school, the one thing you didn't want to let is you didn't want to let the ball hit the turf. You wanted to catch it in the air. Reggie Lewis has let a couple of hit the turf, but he seems to have a knack of picking up that first bounce. Of course, he's playing on AstroTurf. Gets a little truer bounce than what we used to get off of some of those fields we played in back in the Stone Ages. Punt snap goes over the punter's head out of the back of the end zone. He'll try to punt it. It's going to come down in the end zone, and Waco High is going to recover it in the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown.
That's Javon Moore, number 33.
So it's special teams that comes up with the first score for Waco High. A bad punt snap. Punter tried his best to get it off, but it was partially blocked and picked up in the end zone. Waco High is on the board with 7:21 to go. in the contest. On to try the extra point is Tyler Black. They finally get the punt team on the field, or the kicking team on the field. Now they got far too many. And Waco High calls a timeout to avoid a penalty. Yeah, when you score a sudden 6 like that, you get a little disorganized on the sideline. It's hard to get that extra point team in there because they weren't expecting to be there. Didn't have a play or two to figure it out. I guarantee, though, that will be covered in practice this week.
First thing on Monday morning when they get in, or probably tomorrow morning when they watch film.
Most likely. Now they got it all together. Got the right 11 out there. And waiting for the junior kicker, Tyler Black. Try to add on the extra point. Apparently we had a whistle and a procedure. False start against Waco High.
5 yards. Replay the try.
I'm sitting there watching the two officials underneath the goalpost to see if it's good or not, and they give me no indication. So, okay, something must have happened before that. We're going to back it up, and that's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt. But he'll just get 1 point for it. And he makes it. 7:21 left to go. And our new score is Hutto 27 and Waco High 7. Once again, you see the replay and ball coming down. Waco High coming up with it. Javion Moore, the sophomore linebacker, getting credit for the touchdown. Got to play all 3 phases, don't you, Hal?
Yes, you do. See if the defense can come out and hold them and give the offense another chance to try to grind out some yardage here.
Tyler Black will do the kicking. Appears to be Banks and Joyce, the 2 deep for Hutto. Well, the Lions attempt an onside kick here. Hutto not necessarily set up to defend an onside kick. Sure enough, they get the onside kick, and they're going to be able to get to the football. I believe Waco High has recovered inside the 30-yard line.
They do have it.
Coming up with the football is Sean Betts. They got that perfect bounce, that second bounce that jumped over the second line for Hutto. And Waco High with the onside kick has a chance to make this a much closer game. So Waco has the ball 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Hutto. This is their best starting position all night. Chandler looking to pass, gets rushed straight up the middle, passes it off in the flat to Man, and he's inside the 25 down to about the 24. Pick up a 4 on the play.
Number 9, Parkinson for Hutto. He may be cramping up.
Well, that's what they tell you to do whenever you have a cramp, is just fall down. You'll get the automatic timeout that way. If you try to run off the field, the clock keeps running. Better to just go ahead and get down on the field and let the training staff come to you. Hutto grabbed a 13-0 lead in the first half, taking advantage of a Waco High turnover in that first half on one of their touchdowns. Always good to see the young man get up and walk off on his own power. Lions face a 2nd down and 6 from the Hutto 24. Still plenty of time to make this one a close one.
On the sideline over there, Lark, there was another player, Pena, number 4. He cramped up too. He's down on the sideline, down on the 10-yard line.
Need some of that pickle juice.
Well, this last play, Hutto rushed 5 guys and he shot it out to his back, and he had an immediate opening.
Now a whistle at the snap. Usually indicates a false start.
False start. Offense. Number 10. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Just little nagging penalties like that has cost Waco High some field position tonight. Takes it back to the 29-yard line where it's 2nd down and 11. Chandler has some time, throws across the middle, has a man open, and it's complete for the touchdown to Braylon Martinez.
Nice play there.
Martinez broke open on the post route and picks up the 29-yard TD toss. 6:20 left to go in the game. Took Waco High just a minute and a second to cover the 28 yards in that possession. And they did it on just 3 downs after picking up the onside kick. Black trying to add the extra point. And it's good. 6:20 left to go. It's a 2-score game now at 27-14. Well, you got to believe the coaching staff on the Hutto side are reevaluating this. They thought they were about to coast into the locker room with a 4-touchdown victory, but all of a sudden Waco High has turned it around on them.
14 unanswered points. Waco High has come back. It's showed a lot of resiliency tonight. Staying with it. Never giving up.
Do we try another onside kick? Worked very well the first time. Perfectly executed by Tyler Black with the kick. Always looking for that big high bounce on that second hop that gets it over the receiving team, gives the guys on the outside for the defending team the opportunity to get to the football. Called a game for Mahia one year where they did that on the opening kickoff, and one of the outside guys caught that second bounce on the run and scored a touchdown.
Yeah, Hutto's playing for it this time. They got 10 guys right up close.
Yeah, they just got one guy back, and that's Choice. They'll set it up to the other side of the field this time, and it's taken by one of the up men. He falls down at the 48-yard line with the football. Good hands there by number 82, Carson Forrest, one of the wide receivers, to hold on to the football this time for Hutto. So Hutto from the 48-yard line doing what they can to eat clock with a 27-14 lead. 6:18 left to play. Waco High defense looking to cause a turnover here. Doggett, the quarterback, sends his running back in motion, throws in the far flat. It's complete into Waco High territory, up to the 45-yard line.
Elijah pulling in on the tackle, number 2.
That was Forrest on the catch. Picked up 7 on the play to the Waco 45. 2nd and 3. Doggett sends a man in motion. That's Choice. And hands it off to Banks coming around the right side. Banks is unceremoniously knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by number 21, Marvion Hewitt. Great play.
Pick up a 2 for Banks, brings up a 3rd down and 1.
Looks like Darren Paul might be hurt, number 44.
Well, actually, they're going to give him the 1st down. They give him to the 42-yard line.
Injury.
So pick up a 3 on the play for Banks. .56 total offensive plays now for Hutto for 313 yards. For Waco High, 39 offensive snaps for just 95 yards. They still don't have 100 yards of total offense tonight. From the 42, a 1st and 10. Hutto doesn't need to score, they just need the clock to run out. Hand off to Banks up the middle. He's grabbed by Vashon Hall as he gets to the line of scrimmage and carries Hall down to the 37 for a 5-yard pickup. Banks now with 27 carries and 189 yards. About to have a 200-yard night. Play clock is inside 12 seconds. They're doing all they can to run down the play clock and the game clock. Good job of picking up the low snap, and Banks takes it over left guard up to the 30-yard line.
And on the tackle, number 4, LaMarcus McDonald.
Another 1st down for Hutto. Down to the 30. Now Banks just 6 yards shy of 200 yards on the night. 4:13 and counting left in the contest. 27-14 Hutto. Garza gets the handoff, tries to go around the left side, turned back inside. LaMarcus McDonald turning back inside, but he does a good job of picking up yardage down to the 27 to pick up a 3 for Garza and brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Vashon Hall, number 20, finished him off there.
Garza just 4 carries tonight for 16 and spelling Banks. Garza still in at that running back spot. Takes the handoff. Follows the block over the right side. Gets it inside the 25 down to about the 24.
McDonald and Marvion Hewitt in on the tackle there.
They bring up a 3rd down and 4 from the 24. Garza goes to the sideline now. Brings Banks back into the game. Trey Petrie in at the H-back position. Clock inside 3 minutes now. 2:50 and counting, and handoff goes to Banks. Fighting for the first down, going to be held shy by a yard. Picks up 3 down to the 21 and brings up a 4th and 1. You got to believe they're going for it here, Hal, don't you?
You bet. LaMarcus McDonald was in on that last tackle along with Ivan Diaz, number 90.
Waco High calls their second timeout. They want to find the right defensive front this time to stop the first down from happening, because if the first down happens, it's most likely.
2 minutes, 32 seconds. Back on the clock, please.
They're
2:32.
gonna add another 4 seconds to the clock. But first down here, pretty much it's turn out the lights.
Waco High's defense, though, is still flying to the ball. They're playing with a lot of intensity and excitement, and they're rotating a lot of players in and out tonight.
Well, definitely the offensive star for Hutto tonight has been Jalen Banks, sophomore running back, 4 yards shy of 200 yards on the evening on 29 carries. But when you got a running back that's run 29 times with the football, you got to believe the defense has been on the field quite a bunch. That's what has been happening for Waco High. The snap gets by the quarterback all the way. It doesn't matter who recovers it. It's going to be Waco High's ball, and they get a lot of field position on that bad snap. That's 2 bad snaps now that has worked in Waco High's favor. They're going to take it over at their 44-yard line with 2:35 left to go. Going to make this look respectable pretty quick.
You can bet they're going to be aired out now.
A loss of 23 yards on that play. So Waco High starts from their own 44 with 2:35 left in the contest, trailing 27-14. Need a quick 6, onside kick, and then a game-winning score with the extra points. Steps up in the pocket, throws in the flat. It's complete on the run to Ernest Ware. Ware's going to get about a 9-yard gain on the play.
Chandler doing a nice job there of pulling up in the pocket and hitting Ware, who was wide open out there on the right side.
Gain is down to the 47 and Hutto's into the field. 2nd and 1. Chandler on the move. Once again throws in the flat, and that's incomplete. That was almost a lateral, wasn't it? But
Ball
under a
was
lot of
thrown
pressure.
backwards. Out of back.
That was a
Third
lateral,
down.
so that will be a loss on the play back to the 46-yard line. -1 on the lateral. It brings up the 3rd down and a couple. 1:49 left on the game clock. Chandler, quick drop, throws, complete across the 50 to the 49. Still shy of the first down, though. As Betts makes the catch. Pick up a 4 on the play. Oh, that's almost picked off. Martinez not looking for it. A nice job by Theo Anderson. If he just can able to pull it in, he'll ice the game away for the Hippos, but can't hold on to it. And that was 4th down. So that ball goes over on downs to Hutto with 1:19 left to play. At the Hutto 49-yard line. Waco High just has 1 timeout left to stop the clock. So Hutto will most likely, if Waco High doesn't call any timeouts, just take a knee a couple of times and call it a night. Doggett hands it off to the running back Banks. Banks will get it from the 49 down to the 47. Plus 4 yards, that'll give him the 200-yard night.
Brought down there by number 22, LZ Amos.
Injury timeout.
200 yards on 30 carries tonight for Jalen Banks. He'll sleep tonight. Now, once again, an injury timeout will slow things down a moment. Nick Hanks out of that offensive line. Being assisted to the sideline. 64 seconds to go. Clock should start here. There he rolls the clock. Waco High is not going to call the timeout here. They'll let him run the play. But Hutto will let at least 20 seconds roll off the clock before they ever snap the football. Be about 40 seconds left on the clock when they snap the ball. It looks like they're going into victory formation, and sure enough, Doggett takes a knee back at the Hutto 48. Offensive coordinators will tell you that's the best play in football. Waco High will not utilize its timeout. Hutto does not have to snap the football again, but they will. Or at least they're lining up as if they will. And sure enough, they do. And he takes the knee one more time back at the 43. And that will run off the final seconds of this ball game. So Waco High starts the season 0-2 after a road loss to West Mesquite, and now a home loss here at Waco ISD by a score of 27-14. The Hutto Hippos even their season record at 1-1. That's going to do it for us tonight here at Waco ISD Stadium. We thank everyone who has been a part of this one, and we hope you will join us next time on Thursday night when the Waco Lions will host the Killeen Kangaroos. So long from Waco ISD TV.